Hi you guys, welcome to MyCuriousCrafts. This is Shan, and in today's video we're going to be making bows because it's Bow Wednesday. Yay! Alrighty, so here's a quick look at the supplies we're going to use today, and without further ado, well, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to be using 4 ribbons today. You guys know that I typically like to use 3, but I'm kind of enjoying this center loop that we're going to do this week and that we did previously, so we're going to use 4 today. So what I'm doing, my apologies you guys, what I'm doing is measuring out to 12, and then I'm going to pinch, and then I'm going to measure out to 12 again to make a loop, and then I'm going to bring that back and I'm going to pinch it within my fingers. I'm going to measure out to 12 again, and I'm going to do that for 4 loops and 2 tails. Today we're going to be using the Bowdabra as well, and this bow is pretty much going to be a hand tie bow. We're going to tie it in our hand and we're just going to use the Bowdabra to hold it. The Bowdabra is excellent for that. Great tool. Now we're going to be moving on to ribbon number 2. And this is a super cute and fun ribbon. I'm going to cut that off and start with a fresh edge. I'm going to measure out to 12 again. I'm going to pinch. I'm going to make that my tail. I'm going to measure out to 12 again because I need a 6-inch loop. I'm going to gather that in my fingers. I'm going to measure out to 12 again, and I'm going to gather that. And I'm going to measure out to 12, grab my scissors and cut this time because I only need 2 loops of this ribbon. Now I'm going to secure it within my fingers, and I'm going to add that to my ribbon stack within my Bowdabra. Super cool. Now we're gonna spread it out to make it look really nice now, because we want it to start out looking pretty good so that the final result is in a well stacked bow. Now ribbon number 3 here is a 1.5 inch ribbon, and what I'm going to do, oh nope, I want to have some tails, so I'm going to measure out to 12, I believe, and then I'm just going to take that in between and set that between the dowels. Now I'm going to measure out to 10 here, and I'm going to pinch that in the middle, which would be at 5, and then I'm going to decide that I want my tails behind this second ribbon, so I'm going to pinch it in the middle, spike them up a little bit, and then I'm going to secure my actual bow on the Bowdabra after that. Then I'm going to take the ribbon that I cut previously at 10 inches, and I'm going to fold that in half to make sure that it's even on both sides. So I'm going to put that in the middle of the Bowdabra. Now I'm going to measure out to 10. I'm going to pinch. I'm going to measure out to 10 again because I want 5-inch loops. I'm going to take that within my hand. I'm going to measure out to 10 once again for my final loop. And then I'm going to measure out to 10 and cut that off and get my ribbon together. And I'm going to put that in the Bowdabra to secure it. Now the spikes, or should I say the tails up top, is an easy way to get the look without adding the ribbon. Now this is our final ribbon, and we're going to make a single loop here. I'm just going to measure out to 12 because I'm going to curl these at the end. So measure out to 12, get my tails. I'm going to measure out to 4 so I can have a 2-inch loop. I'm going to measure out to 12 again. I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to add this to my ribbon stack within my Bowdabra. This ribbon looks the same on both sides, so I'm looking at it a little bit to make sure that I have the appropriate side together. I'm going to take my ribbon stack out, and I'm going to grab my zip tie so that I can secure my bow. And then I'm going to take that chenille stem that I have, and I'm going to add that so that we can secure our bow to our project today. I'm going to now pull the zip tie on the top, and I'm going to bring my tails around and position the bow pretty much the way that I want it. Now I'm going to cut my tails, and we just fold it together and we cut on the oblique or the diagonal, and that's a dovetailing, or some people say fishtail. Whichever way you like to say it, it's just going to give it a nice decorative edge. So we're going to do that for all of our ribbons and all of our tails at top. Now the bow is beginning to look a little bit nicer, and you can see where we're going. Gonna clean up our mess. We're gonna straighten the bow out a little bit. The key to having a beautiful bow is fluffing. So I'm going to wind those tails up for that and have them spiral. That looks really nice in a bow, you guys. So you just wind them on your finger, or you could use inner tube of some kind of mesh, maybe the Dollar Tree mesh, and you can utilize that to spiral that around as well. So here you're going to see where the manufacturer spliced the ribbon and it doesn't look nice, so I'm going to cut it off. So that's why I cut it that short after having it. So I'm not very wasteful at all, but we can't have spliced ribbon out here going to our customers, or even for pretty things that we're going to put on our door. That's not cute. Well, you guys, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to be notified when I upload future videos, hit the bell, and also please consider subscribing. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.